Hey guys, this is Lorrena Magaña with New Filmmakers Los Angeles and NUVOtv, coming to you from the Filmmakers Los Angeles showroom in West Hollywood, California. Today I'm talking to filmmaker Antonio Perez about his new film Luna. Let's take a look at a clip from the film. So let's talk about your horror film, Luna. Why did you decide to make a horror film?
Well, I've been a huge fan of horror films ever since I was a kid. There was something about just the creativity. You know, a lot of times horror films don't have a lot of budget. Mm-hmm. So the filmmakers always try to find a way to make it creative or, you know, still engaging on a budget. So I think there's always been something magical about horror films that has captivated me, and that's part of the aspect as well.
Why did you choose to make this particular film as a short instead of a feature?
Well, the plans are to still convert it into a feature.
Okay.
But first I felt I needed to do a section of it just to, you know, entice the audience and myself. Yeah, I always thought of it, like from its inception, I wanted it to be a slow burn. Yeah. And, you know, the movies I grew up watching that I love were like The Shining, Rosemary's Baby, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, like all these amazing horror films that The Exorcist. Mm-hmm. Like, you know, 40 minutes into the movie, you don't really know that it's a horror film, you know? You're like, it reels you in to the point of like, I can't stop watching. So that's what I kind of wanted with Luna, slow burn, take its time so that people are like, I don't know what's going to happen next, but I can't turn away. And, you know, at the end, we give you the surprise.
And then even the surprise that you see, it's such a flash in the pan that you're like, wait, what? What the heck? Because it, like, at the end, I don't want to give too much away for our viewers, but at the end, you know, she's going through that thing, and I thought, oh, it took me a second, because I thought, oh my God, this girl is possessed. Because her body is contorting, and I thought, wow, that's really cool effects right there. And then when it happens, I was like, oh my God, are you kidding?
We had a very limited budget, small, non-existent. That transformation, a lot of stuff was just practical. Like Daniela Leon, she's amazing, the little girl, and she's originally a dancer, so she pretty much just let loose on that transformation.
Wow!
Like she did her own thing, and we try to amp it up with sound effects because there aren't really any visual effects going on at that moment when she's transforming. So it's all her, you know. So she totally brought it on that.
She's
awesome.
Yeah, she was so good. I mean, with the whole film, though, it's like you get a sense that everything is sort of pushing the story along. You know, the location, the lighting, just even the characters themselves. Like when there's no dialogue, that is also propelling and like amping up the story itself.
That was also a goal of mine. I wanted to create something visual, but also narrative without dialogue. You know?
Yeah.
I just said, it was an experiment for me too. It was a test to see, can I tell a story with as little dialogue as possible, you know? And I feel that, you know, sometimes that's the hardest thing to do because dialogue kind of helps you move some certain or connect the dots here and there. But when you're not using dialogue, you're pretty much, if people don't get it, they don't get it, you know what I mean? Yeah. So that was kind of the vibe for that, the goal. And, you know, I thank everybody on the crew and everyone who helped out because we did something really cool.
So, you know what, you won a couple of awards.
Yes.
Screamfest, which is awesome. And, you know, you've been able to travel with this film. What has the audience's reaction been like for you, you know, as a director to sit in? Like, have people come up to you and just said, holy crap, man, that scared the bejesus out of me?
Yeah, that's always the best feeling when people are like, they're almost mad at you. But some people are mad at you and they're like, why did you scare me? Like, your movie scared me. I'm like, okay, but it scared me. It got me. And then some people are like, thank you so much. You're scaring the shit out of me. So, I mean, the reaction has been amazing ever since. Even the other night at NUVOtv, that was awesome. Like, as the movie's playing, I'm just like looking at the audience and trying to find out trying to figure out who's going to have the best reaction to certain moments. And then I try to, you know, find somebody and I see the reaction. I'm like, yes, got you.
So, you know, you used Kickstarter.
Yes.
To fund this. What was that like? Because a lot of filmmakers now are starting to use Kickstarter and Indiegogo to fund their films, and unfortunately, not all of them are going to be, are so lucky as to have it fully funded. And you were lucky. You met your goal and exceeded it. You got fully funded. What was that process like for you? Because it is such a different way of making a film now.
Well, at that point, I don't think I could have made Luna without a crowdfunding or Kickstarter. It was like an amazing source and resource, but it's just intense. Like, it's not. A lot of people think that you put up your Kickstarter post, and then money just trickles in. Like, no, you have to become a salesman, and you have to market it, and you have to email people every day. Don't send group emails, send people individual emails and call people, and you're pretty much. I mean, it's almost as how much do you want to make this movie? It's all up to you. So if you really want to do this movie, then you're gonna put all your heart and effort into it and make it. If you really aren't sure, then it's probably not gonna succeed, unless you have this incredible idea. But even people with like these amazing ideas, and you go on Kickstarter and all these other Indiegogos, like even them, they're hustling, So if you're not a hustler, it's gonna be very difficult for you to get that money.
But once you got the money, how long was your shoot? I mean,
after we got the money, I think it was in January, and then a lot of people were helping me out, taking time off of work. The DP was amazing. He hooked us up with the gear, the camera, everything, his time. And it took another 6 months before everybody's schedule was clear to make Luna. So it wasn't like we just went into it right away, because people were busy. We checked with the DP, and the DPs was on, traveling and shooting, and the producers weren't available, and makeup wasn't available. So it's insane. Like, I can't even, like, if somebody said do it again, it's like, I don't even know how, because there's some things that you just fit the way they fit at that moment in time,
So, having used crowdsource funding from Kickstarter, would you recommend it for,
Yeah, I would definitely.
Anyone that's starting out?
I would definitely recommend it. It's like an amazing resource for filmmakers and artists. But like I said, you just have to make sure you hustle and you work it. It's not, you're not going to get money as soon as you post it.
Do you find that it's an exciting time to be a Latino filmmaker in Los Angeles? Because it's an ever-evolving, ever-changing,
Yeah, I think it's a very exciting time for Latinos in filmmaking, especially, we see Cuarón being nominated for Gravity and all that stuff. That's insane. That's incredible. But, I think, wow, this is a tough question.
But but you are of that caliber. I mean, you have entered into that.
Yeah, I think it's always inspiring to see people that are like you, succeeding or creating these awesome projects, whether it's music, film, movie, art. And, there's always a sense of, oh man, like if they did it, or, if they did it, or they're from the same, city my mom is from, and blah, 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 or whatever. But, I remember growing up, and like I was always a huge fan of like Spielberg and all those guys, but it wasn't until I saw like El Mariachi with Robert Rodriguez, and I'm like, what? This guy's Mexican? Wait, he's Mexican-American or Texan-American? And at that point, I'm like it was so inspiring to know that there was a kid like you that was addicted to film and TV and shooting and everything. And, I remember that was a big inspiration for me growing up, because that's at that moment when I saw like El Mariachi and I saw Desperado and all those films, I was like, wow, this guy is like has a similar background and he's doing it, so why can't I,
Yeah. But it's also got to be a gratifying feeling though too, because now Luna is going to be shown on Nuvo.
Yeah, it's
December
incredible.
4th.
That's awesome.
So December 4th, guys, check it out.
Check it in.
It's going to be on NUVOtv, Luna. Thank you so much,
Thank
Antonio,
you so much for inviting me. This is awesome.
Yeah.
Great experience.
I look forward to interviewing you again.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well.
Oh, thank you so much.
Awesome.
So, guys, this is Lorrena Magaña with New Filmmakers Los Angeles and NUVOtv. You can check out Antonio Perez and his film Luna on NUVOtv December 4th. Thank you so much from the Cambridge Los Angeles showroom in West Hollywood. This is Lorrena Magaña. Until next time, bye.